This is the Transformers Power of the Primes combined mode of the Terrorcons Abominus, featuring Hunger, Blot, Ripper Snapper, Cutthroat, and Sinner Twin. I'm so glad Hasbro got all the names correct of the Terrorcons, and I've never had Terrorcons when I was a kid, which I wanted them, but never got a chance to get it, or my folks never got a chance to give it to me. So very happy we got this updated version, and he looks incredible. I absolutely love him. He's a little bit difficult to pose because he's got these sort of Superion legs, very thin, a little bit weak Superion legs that are just very impossible to pose on as dynamic a pose as I want to get it. I'm really having trouble with it because it's weak, at least on my copy of the figure. So, all right. But the arms, no problem at all whatsoever. The arms are pretty tight. They're cooperating. So, there. All right, let me just back him up so you get a full idea. I mean, he's got a ton. He's got a lot of like monster parts, monster kibbles going on, and it's fine. It feels like he's gonna flip over, but that's just the way. That's just the way he's designed. Let's see if I can show it off better. Okay. Pretty tall figure. He's leaning forward a bit because of the way he's combined. So from up to the tip of his antenna or horns, he is 11 3/4 inches tall. Very, very nice. And let's talk about the closer look at the detail of this guy. Look at that. It's so G1, at least just this purple color right here. If you remember the old G1, it had that big, like, armored chest piece. Like, it was all purple. It was all, like, magenta. It was, like, one big piece. That this one was, like, bigger. Like, it was, like, a whole shield for a body. And he had those cute arms and, and cute legs. So, yeah, this is a nicer, more proportionate adaptation of Abominus. And just the color scheme alone, the G1 color scheme alone, I am just really loving it. I just wish the hips of Hunger were a little bit more stable so we can get him in more dynamic poses, but as it is, yeah, that's what you get. But despite having a ton of these monster bot parts sticking out, I'm sort of very pleased with it. I don't know why. I think it works so well for me. Man, I'm liking this combiner mode. Could be one of my favorites. I don't know. I might actually like him more than Superion and whatnot. Enigma of combination right there. I'm sure you want to see him compared with other figures. Here he is with leader class Megatron, but he's got the upgrade, so he's got the DX9 upgrade, so he's a little bit taller. And another combiner that I have upgrades on. My favorite combiner, I think, him and Devastator, is Bruticus. What am I saying? I can't even know. And okay, despite not having any upgrades, I'm gonna try and show this off to you guys. No upgrades on the monster bots, on the Terrorcon Abominus. My bad. He's taller than Bruticus. I mean, not counting those rear rifles. Bruticus, with the upgrades, with the perfect combiner upgrades, is only 11, just a little over 11.5 inches tall. 11.5. Well, as I mentioned, he was 11 3/4 inches tall. So that is big. That is very surprising. And I'm happy. So once we get the perfect combiner upgrades for this one, I'm sure he's going to be a little bit more taller. I think a little bit taller. So, yep, even right here. Let me just move it. And this one is the upgraded head. The upgraded head is a little bit taller as well. And almost the same size. So very nice. Well done, Hasbro and Takara Tomy. So final thoughts on this combined mode. Power of the Primes, Abominus, featuring the Terrorcons. Yeah, I like it. I actually like it. It's looking to be one of my favorite ones. Combiners. I never had the Abominus, the Terrorcons, when I was a kid. That's why I'm very glad that I got this modern representation of those figures. A lot of collectors, at least here in Manila, that I've spoken to, are thinking of skipping the Terrorcons. I say to you guys, that's a mistake. I mean, if you're trying to wait for it to go on clearance, sure, but don't skip it. Unless you absolutely hate the Terrorcons, this is a lovely, wonderful iteration and updated version of Terrorcons and Abominus. I am just loving it. I was actually very surprised at how well it turned out. I was expecting it to be more disproportionate, much like Superior and all that, but I'm just liking it. And the fact that without the upgrades, he's as tall as Bruticus with the upgrades, I mean, come on. Absolutely wonderful. I think Hasbro and Takara Tomy did a wonderful job on this. The Gestalt mode is going to get a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Just those stability issue on the hips and upper thigh, if I'm nitpicking, but everything else seems to be great, and I'm really glad I made this purchase. So if you're a big fan of the Terrorcons back in the day, this is one set you don't want to miss out on. So there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Transformers Generations Power of the Primes, the combined mode of the Terrorcons, Abominus. Thanks for watching.